jumper 14. That's another late change. John Travolta is wearing jumper 21. Takua Kiyaki with Josh Homan is wearing jumper 14 at lock. And then on their bench, a change in numbers, no change in personnel. Really security, 6 jumper number 20. Referee for this fixture is Hayden Hooker, and we just had the kick-off with Mittagong winning the toss and kicking off and taking the strong Southern Bruins at their back in the first half, and they are running and Campbelltown City, of course, sitting on in their traditional green with gold beads, green shorts, green and gold socks, and it's Campbelltown City in their traditional blue with yellow beads, blue shorts, yellow trim and white to the right on your device, and they are defending the gold course onto the ground in the first stand. Both sides have got through their opening 76 without any incident. The clearing kick has gone through for Michael Stevens, and Mittagong are in possession on their own 15-metre line, about 10 metres in from that eastern touch. The sun is now breaking through. When we arrived here about an hour ago, there were rain-bearing clouds threatening the battle overhead, and the promise possibly to be a wet and cold afternoon. The sun has come out, the clouds have blown away with the southerly, and at least it's bearable for the hardy diehards that are here bearing the 9 degrees top temperature. And the strong southerly winds has been on right up towards the 40-metre line. Their second set of match. It goes back to Jared Ball and says, let's get out of here with the clearing kick. Straight down the throat of Jerry Romeo to the Kangaroos. Takes it 10 metres out from his own goal line. Comes back and there's a wall of Mittagong chases there. And they pick him up and dump him on his back in the middle of the 20-metre line at the defensive end, the northern end, the golf course end of the Mittagong number 1 sports ground. Getting out of dummy half Alex Sevi, and now it's Ruahona with a hit up. Hona taking forward out 7 or 8 metres. 4 of them are there to try and wrestle him, and they stand him up 35 metres out from the Campbelltown City goal line. Now Joel King comes off his swing and takes a hit up for the Kangaroos. Takes about 8 or 9, taking 8 metres short and halfway. Out of the open side they come, and it's Josh Homan, the nuggety lock and the black headgear, and crosses halfway. He's tackled 48 metres out from that Mittagong City goal line. Back to the open side, right side through Stevens. The show will go out right to Ruahona. Homan tries to get on the outside of Bryson Good, and he's out from the Mittagong goal line. Last tackle, no score on the board. Goes to Alex City, he hoists it high into the southerly. It's going to be allowed to bounce, and it bounces on its point and crosses the touchline. The eastern side of the field. That's going to be brought in danger. Putting up with that high ball this afternoon. If it bounces on its point and goes the wrong way, well, anything could happen. So the turnover will take place where the ball crosses the touchline under the new rules, on the scrum line, 20 metres in from that eastern touch. No score on the board then for a Simply WordPress web design, and it's Mittagong rucking it out towards halfway, and it's a good run taken forward there by Campbelltown. It's going to be played now 8 metres short of halfway. Left hand open side they come now, and it's a forward hit up by Mittagong out up front. He crosses halfway and gets the ball. Past the Bryson Goodwin. He finds Isaac Collins down the left-hand flank. Collins beats 1 and 2, and eventually he's put to the ground. 27 out from the Campbelltown City goal line. So Mittagong with the first opportunity of the match here. Stevens shows him go through Alex Seve. He links up there through Jared Boyd, I should say. He links up there with Townsend. Townsend's going to be playing it now. 18 out from the Campbelltown goal line. Last tackle. It goes across, stabbed to get behind from Tom Maloney. Oh, bouncing through there is Peter Nibbs. Nibbs has got the football down, I fancy. Yes, he has. Peter Nibbs gets the opening try of the afternoon for the Lions, and that's just what the home side wanted. It was the clever little kick-off play for F2 Sports Fair from Tom Maloney on the last tackle, almost a no-look behind the shoulder, off the right foot instep, centering kick. Peter Nibbs knew the kick was on, and Nibbs got there first, picked up the bouncing ball. There was no one at home for Campbelltown City, and Nibbs gets the early try. We played 5.5 minutes in the first half here at the Mittagong number 1 sports ground on Macarthur Sports Extra. Perfect start for the home side, a game they desperately need to win to keep in touch with the top 5. It's Mittagong 4, Campbelltown City 0. Kick to come. Simply WordPress web design scoreboard. Time clock for Cape State Line Solar. 6 minutes gone in the first half. That will be the danger for Mittagong though today. There's still memories of their big lead over the competition leaders. Camden in the last home game here at fortnight ago before they were run down in the last 15 minutes. Surely they can put that to bed today. The conversion from Bryce Goodwin is no problem for a kicker of his calibre from 10 metres out and from the goal line, the Campbelltown City goal line, 10 metres to the right of the uprights. He makes it 1 from 1. Perfect start for the Lions here at Mittagong's #1 sports ground on the Macarthur Sports Extras Sunday night match of the day. And it's now Mittagong 6, Campbelltown City 0. Simply WordPress website scoreboard 8 gone first half. The case is statewide Sala. Of course, we do thank our Philanthropy sponsors, especially our special game day home sponsors of the Mittagong Lions. We'll tell you about as the first and second halves go on. The kick-off goes deep into the in-goal area, and Tom Maloney's got the football on. It bounced around the southerly corner, it wobbled around the in-goal area like a top, and Maloney couldn't catch up with it well enough in the middle of the in-goal area, so now the goal line dropout takes place, and this will be the challenge for Mittagong's defence. On the southerly, the goal line dropout goes 55 on the fly, and it's dished off back towards Tuaku, and Tuaku makes 15 of those. Blindside they operate towards the finish. Goal line, back to the open side, Stevens. Back to Alex Sebo. Picks up with Joey Radio. Radio to the stand. Jimmy Green. Joy Fraser heads on for Eli round the legs. Makes the tackle and forces the mistake. Joey Romeo got up too quickly to play the football, and Joy Fraser's defence was too good at the ground, and the ball has been coughed up and turned over. So we'll have the first scrum of the afternoon to pack with a Mittagong loosened feed, 15 metres out from their own goal line, in front of their own posts, at the southern or township end of the ground. This breeze is worth a good 8 to 10 points, I estimate here. So Mittagong are going to need to take full advantage in this first 40 minutes. They've taken the chance, they've rolled with the dice to run with this breeze in the first half. They win the first scrum of the match, and they come out towards Tim Townsend, who's going to be playing it on his own 20-metre line. Well, people have made their way in here for the Mittagong #1 sports ground on this cool, bordering on cold Sunday afternoon in the middle of winter. Remember, this was one of the washout weekend. There are going to be no matches on this long weekend until the Mozart conditions swamped most of New South Wales through March and April, and hence the full washout round 3 takes place here. It goes back to Jared Boyle, looking for a 40-20, early in the tackle count. The Breeze has got that, and he's got it. I'll tell you what, that's found touch sensationally from Jared Boyle. That's not just a 40-20, that's a 35-10. And the clearing kick is found touch 10 metres out from that Campbelltown City goal line. Perfect use of this strong southerly breeze by Jared Boyle. And now Mittagong can go right on attack again. We know what they can do with the football. They put Camden to the sword, remember, for 60 minutes in the last home game here a fortnight ago. Now from the tap, from the turnover tap, it's walked across to Braden Bowden. First touch off the interchange Benji's tackle. 10 metres out from the Campbelltown City goal line. Now comes the ranky back rower Adam Jeffrey for a dash at the line. He's put to the ground, half a metre out from the Campbelltown City goal line in front of the post. Left hand open side to Boyle. Short pass out wide for Jimmy Green, the captain's coach. Green's put to the ground, 9 out. The Campbelltown City goal line. Back to the right hand open side, Boyle. Shows and goes, then he promotes out wide to Tom Maloney. Maloney gets it offload in traffic back to Townsend. Townsend can't get the offload away. He's put to the ground, 7 out from the Campbelltown City goal line in front of the post. Golf course end. Now getting out from dumbing half. It's a hooker, Peter Nibbs. He's got 1 try already. He was looking for a second. No, says referee Hayden Hooker. Knocked on in the in-goal area. He reached out. He looked at that try line, Peter Nibbs. He looked invitingly at what was happening. He couldn't quite get the football down. He makes the tackle on the 20-metre restart set on Joey Romeo. May have been a touch high. Referee Hooker says play on, and Campbelltown City come away with Daniel Lotu towards halfway. So the Kangaroos being blitzed early by this Mittagong attack on the back of this strong breeze, rocket up towards halfway on the 7th tackle and coverage set. It's worked across towards John Kimboli, the prop. Kimboli goes for the ground in the tackle line. 30 Barn wins out for the Mittagong goal line. Right hand up inside, they come down the Kangaroos. He's got the football cold. It's picked up in the last line by Kieran Moss, the experienced forward Auction across the Bryce Goodwin. throws the dummy, not fallen for by Kiriaki, who made up his trying to make up for his lost football by making the tackle on Bryce Goodwin, with David short of halfway. He's got 6, leading to Campbelltown City Hill, the second word press web design, takes statewide style of time, and goes for this gone. 14 minutes of the first half, right side, left-hand attacking right side, goes for a smash, step by up a little harder to the ground, 48 out to the Campbelltown City goal, and across it comes to Boyle. He looks to the right-hand open side, he finds someone called Jai Fraser, Fraser's to the ground around 40 yards, right at Campbelltown City goal line, centre of the park, dummy half inside, to the nets, back for the clearing kick from Boyle. His kicking game's been pretty good so far, picked up in the last time by Daniel Watson in Campbelltown City. They've got a strong team of chasers, almost blown down there by the Southern Breeze, who beat Monty and put him to the ground, 8 metres out from the Campbelltown City goal line. And now Jerry Romeo tries to pick up some yardage, but doesn't go too far, and he makes about 5 or 6. And then it's Dylan Loomis, the other centre, trying to ruck it out from there, trying to this Campbelltown City forward pack, sucking in the big ones, running into this Breeze in the first half. Very, very bunched as they make it out from outside their own 20. They're down 6-0 for Simply WordPress web design. Back for the clearing kick into the Breeze line by Stevens. It's going to bounce end over end over end. Allowed to cross the touchline. No 40-20 though. No start with a handover under the lines and scrum rules. 12 minutes gone first half. 12 minutes gone on that case statewide solar clock. Of course, there is the other match this afternoon. Coming up the moment, Bryce Goodwin gets away down the left-hand corridor. Beats it, Lua Homer comes again and puts him to the ground. 45 minutes in the Campbelltown City goal line. That's going to be a battle royal this afternoon down that left-hand corridor. Bryce Goodwin has got the early advantage over his opposite number Nona. As it comes to Jimmy Graham, the hard-working captain coach for the Lions. He rumbles over the 30. He's tackles 28 out to the Campbelltown City goal line. Gives the dummy half across to Boyle. Short pass to Fraser up the centre for the settler. Fraser's put to the ground. 35 out from that Campbelltown City goal line, centre of the park. Nibs dummy half to Boyle. Out the back to Maloney. He in turn finds Townsend. Nowhere to go in the defence there. He's tackled. 20 out Campbelltown goal line. Last tackle across to Boyle. The crossfield kick. He's looking for Isaac Collins. Collins takes it on the full. He's offloads to Graham. Graham to Bryce Goodwin. Bryce Goodwin for the corner. Back on the inside for Graham. Tap back to Collins. Intercepted by Daniel Lotu. Lotu comes away. They try and bundle him into touch, Daniel Lotu. But Lotu tidies up for Campbelltown City. And by G, he needed to for F2 Sportswear on replay, because Bryce Goodwin has started off on fire down that left-hand attacking channel alongside Captain Coach Jimmy Grant. They cooked up to something there on replay, and it was only Daniel Lotu in the last line of defence that got there. Almost outnumbered 3-on-1 to save the day for Campbelltown City, who are under the pump. Make no mistake about that. 14 minutes gone on the case statewide solar clock, and the Simply WordPress web design scoreboard shows Mittagong 6, Campbelltown City 0. Mittagong, remember, they are running with this stiff Breeze in the first half. It goes back down to Alex Sene, gets the clearing kick away from outside his 40. It's allowed to bounce there by wing three-quarter Alex Sokai for the Lions, and Sokai comes away and eventually is met and put in the ground by Dylan Loomis for Campbelltown City. 20 out from his own goal line. 5 in from that eastern touch in that southeastern corner at the township end of the Mittagong #1 sports ground. It's now worked forward by wing three-quarter in centre in Townsend again. Townsend is stable. Midway between the quarter and a half and his own defensive end. Now from dummy half it's Nibs. Across to down the left-hand corridor this time, Jeffrey. And Jeffrey's pushing right on halfway. Short pass, Kieran Moss injects himself. Straight to the attack, then runs to the centre. He finds Boyle off a pass, comes right out the back to Nibs, must stand and start. Nibs beats 1 and 2, throws on another step, palms off a third, eventually put to the ground in the tackle by Campbelltown. 30 metres out from the Campbelltown goal line. Last tackle for Mittagong, who leads 6-0. back to Boyle. He goes to the air. This Southerly takes it high. Well taken by Joey Romeo, just on his own goal line in front of his own post. Comes away, beats one, beats a second, and eventually succumbs to the tackle of Isaac Collins. 20 metres out from his own goal line, 5 in from that eastern touch. It's carted ahead there by Joel Kingham off his opposite wing, and Kingham makes about 10 on the rabbit set. He's tackled on his own 30. So Campbelltown City haven't had very many opportunities running into this win in the first half. Mittagong have dominated this contest for the first 15 minutes, but they've only got the one try to show for it. As it's worked across to John Bowley now for Campbelltown City. Hands off the second and third. Coleman comes in off the center position to help make the tackle once after Jimmy Green on half-run. To Michael Stevens, the short stab kick into the breeze. It's well taken to Kieran Moss all the time in the world before the North Sydney Bear. On his own 20, gets out in his 30. There he goes to down in the tackle, with Stevens leading the kick change. Now it's worked across the wing corner, Isaac Collins. That's under a high run, goes down in the tackle, 8 metres short of halfway on this western side of the field. Back to the open side, Jimmy Green puts on a half shimmy step, takes the tackle, halfway line, about just to the left-hand side of centre. Nibs at dummy half because it comes towards back row of Brian Bowden. Bowden crosses halfway, tackle 45 out of the Campbelltown City goal line. That's 4 tackles gone in this set. Back it goes to Boyle. Another high hoist. Gary Owen, well taken eventually by Jerry Romeo. He didn't want to have anything to do with it initially. He takes a 10 out from his own goal line, comes away, and leading to chase Jared Boyle himself makes the front-on tackle on Campbelltown City's 20. And once again, it's Campbelltown City side sucking in the big ones, taking an eternity to get back into position onside, and they're very bunches. The clouds now start to come over again here at the Mittagong number 1 sports ground. Now that's a better run from Joel Kingham for Campbelltown City, and Kingham's tackle 15 short of halfway. They go blindside again. Good run taken forward this time by Tim Crawford. His first touch of the he makes 18 good metres. He's tackled 42 out from that Mittagong goal line. Now it's worked up the centre towards Josh Hogan, the lock forward in jumper 14. Hogan's put in the ground, 28 out from the Mittagong goal line. Last tackle for Campbelltown City, but down 6-7. Goes to the air with a crossfield kick. Bryce Goodwin eats those for breakfast, takes it and comes away, and is tackled on his own 30-metre line. Now Jimmy Green, very quick play ball, gets out of dummy half. They get numbers down the left-hand corridor. Isaac Collins is ready for the pass, but Green took the tackle. Well short of halfway. Boyle at dummy half. Back to the open side, they come now to Fraser, the settler. That's his role, the hard-working block forward. He's tackled out short of halfway. His own defensive side by Josh Hogan. Now Nibs at dummy half to Maloney. They work the right-hand blindside corridor through Tim Townsend this time. And Townsend is tackled on halfway, 5 in front of the eastern touchline. In front of a good-sized but hardy crowd. Back it comes to Boyle. To the left-hand side they come now through Fraser and Graham. Through hands to Goodwin. Goodwin's away down the left-hand corridor. Collins is away. Collins' defence comes across. Stab kick inside. Brilliantly taken by Tom Maloney. That is a sensational Mittagong try. You won't see better than that in 2022, I tell you, in any form of the game. That was a superbly worked play on the last tackle. Instead of running and kicking the football, they ran it down the left-hand corridor. Jimmy Green, the captain coach, saw the numbers were there. Bryce Goodwin having a picnic down this left-hand corridor, made the side and break. He linked up with Isaac Collins. Collins was corralled into the corner by Ruahona in cover defence on replay for F2 Sports, where he put the centre and kicked in, and they were queuing up on this side with no one at home for Campbelltown City, and Tom Maloney was there first to get to the football. He gets the football down for the try. Second try of the afternoon for the Mittagong Lions, and they are doing sensationally for Principal Finance. BOQ Barrel, yes, I knew I forgot someone. J&L Millvale Welding, and of course Government Football Fighter 10 across 4 locations in the Southern Highlands. And it's now Mittagong 10 leading Campbelltown City 0 on the Sydney WordPress web-designed scoreboard. 20 minutes gone first half. And it's nothing more than what Mittagong have deserved. Yes, they've got the big breeze at their back, and yes, they've taken full advantage of it, and yes, Jared Boyle's kicking game is sensational at the moment. But they're doing what they have to do, the home side, and a game they must win to keep in touch with the top 5. Now here's the conversion from Bryce Goodwin, a little more difficult for a left footer. He's 20 metres in from his western touch and 20 metres out Campbelltown City goal line. He comes in and strikes it and makes no mistake. He's got 10 from 2. So with exactly 20 minutes gone, 20 minutes to go before half-time on the Sydney WordPress web design scoreboard and the Case statewide sale of time clock. It's now Mittagong 12, Campbelltown City 0. Now, of course, Governors Port, by the 10, across 4 locations in the Southern Highlands, at 2 in Bowral, 2 in Mittagong, corner of Bowral Road and Princess Street for tradies, for the public, and number 10 Cavendish Street for tradies, as well as other branches in Bowral and Moss Vale. While others say that Wales prices are just the beginning, and Governors Port will buy the 10, they are committed to the best brands at great prices at the beginning, at the end, and in the middle of your transaction, and only the best local caring service that a local can provide. So instead of going somewhere else and following the crowd, stay local and go to Governors Port by the 10 for all of your hardware needs. 4 locations across the Southern Highlands, 2 in Mittagong, 10 Cavendish Street for your tradies, Bowral Road and Princess Street for the public, and as well as other branches in Moss Vale and Bowral. We take Governors Port by the 10. Crowd game day sponsors is Mittagong Home Games on the Carpet Sports Radio website. Mittagong local boxing, a head down the left-hand corridor. Isaac Collins on tackle 4. He's tackled on halfway. Back to the high midfield bump from Jared Boyle. He pumps it with the back of this Summerlin Buster again, and it's Jerry Romeo who takes it on his own 10, calls it a possible shove. Perhaps Jerry Romeo ran behind a couple of defenders, but no problem according to referee Hayden Hooker, who's certainly not the main part of the contest so far. We haven't had a penalty in this contest. We've played 22 minutes for Case statewide sale, and it's 12 points for Mittagong over Campbelltown design scoreboard. Now it's worked across to Michael Stevens. He doesn't know what to do for the standing start. The captain coach has to take the tackle. Lovely sort of halfway. It's Mittagong defence right in the face of the Kangaroos at the moment. It's worked across to Harley, who lumbers up the defensive line and takes the into the breeze. Well taken, well judged out wide by Alex. Exactly. 12 exactly halfway defensive side. Of course, there is another match going on this afternoon. We were going to, I was going to mention that as a little while ago. And East Campbelltown at Craig Palace. Of course, the commentary team is Craig Davis and Mike Sheen are there on the Macarthur Sports Radio's main channel. So if you're sick of this game, you can always go to that game and pick up the scores from there. As it's worked across by Kieran Moss down at right-hand line side, tackled 40 yards into East Campbelltown goal line. Now the switch of play through Boyle, back to Green. Green hits up with Collins again down the left-hand corridor. Collins gets out of 1 and 2. Collins beats the third, and Isaac Collins scores in the left-hand corner. And Campbelltown City are being carved up like the Christmas turkey down this left-hand corridor. Their right-hand defence has been shot to ribbons once again. Ruahona left like a shag on a rock. Not for the first time this afternoon, with multiple numbers in his face down his right-hand defensive channel. He's on his own with not a lot of help as this Mittagong left-hand side channel make hay, and this time Isaac Collins, who set up the last try for Tom Maloney, finishes off the movement himself and scores in the corner, 3 metres into the left-hand corner post, and it's all Mittagong. We've seen this happen before, and I'm sure that'll be the message that Jimmy Green will remind his players at half-time. 24 minutes gone on this Case statewide silent timepiece, and it's now Mittagong 16, Campbelltown City 0. Specifically WordPress web design. Somehow, Michael Stevens has to get these players in his own goal area and get that right over that decent side. Tighten it up as on the side possible. Otherwise, this will get away from them, and there will be no Camden-style comeback, I can assure you. That's still in the memories of the locals here. What happened a fortnight ago, that Mittagong got out to that big lead against the competition leaders and got run down late. That will be the danger. With left foot strikes it. Not bad off the break, but it's just swinging around too far to the right hand side. No goal. No change to the score on this Sydney Simply WordPress website timepiece, and we've got 15 minutes to go before half time on the Taste Statewide Silent Time Court, and we'll continue that it is Mittagong 16, Campbelltown City there. Now, of course, officially finance, Bonbon Road finance 95% of approved invoices upfront, and includes pretty good times for business recovery open, and then possibly now dealing with the inflationary pressures and the cost of business, let alone the cost of living. Usually, paid on time to the doors open and the cash flow through the door. Helping small business, particularly local Southern Highland small business based on Bonbon Road Barrel, give their general number a call. Barrel, proud go-go sponsors of Mittagong home games here on Macarthur Sports Radio Extra. As the Lions now wrap it up towards halfway again. Easy ground through the centre from the Easter. Captain coach Jimmy Green is tackled, on tackle 40 metres out from the Campbelltown City goal line. Blindside the operator now to Boyle. He turned out the back to Adam Jeffrey. Jeffrey stands in his wrestling facility, so the football down. He's left it to the ground, 30 out from the Campbelltown goal line. Last tackle, Boyle puts the dinking chip kick in over the top. Does he get the bounce? Yes, he does. Quick pass on the inside to Kim and Ross, but a mile forward. So a handover will take place after the kick play the ball. And Campbelltown City, half-time can't come quickly enough for Michael Stevens and his men. They've got to regroup in a hurry. They're down by 16 points to 0 on the Simply WordPress website scoreboard. 13 and a half to go before half-time. Play statewide silent clock. But again, keep harping on this. We've been there before. Hello, there's the first penalty of the afternoon. The referee Hayden Hooker for a high tackle. This time coming in over the top. It was Adam Jeffrey, the man penalised on Ruahona, who was rucking out from outside his own goal mouth, and he got the high one. So the first penalty of the afternoon goes to Campbelltown, and it's taken 27 minutes for that first penalty of the match to be blown. The statistics for Kip McGrath-Morellon: penalties 1-0 Campbelltown City, scrums 1-0 to Mittagong. That's been a feature in this first half. Not very little stoppages, apart from restarts. Game's been played at a cracking pace. That is suited the Mittagong side down to the ground on what looks to be a pretty good surface. I'd say no worse than a soft 5 here today. Maybe a good 4, given that all the rain that we've had has come up quite nicely. So here's Campbelltown City. They're going to go in for a long time. As Scott Sarley takes it up, tackle through the penalty slip. He's taken very wide. The Mittagong goal line, Lucas Bayes made the tackle. Now it's worked across the field. Hogan beats a couple. He's tackled 28 out. Got that Mittagong goal line. Campbelltown City. Can they score? If they can score before half-time, that'll give them some hope. Remembering they've got the breeze in the second half. As Hogan takes another hit instead of 6. He's tackled 20 out. Last tackle, Stevens. Right side they operate. Lovely inside pass to Chris Williamson. Williamson beats 1-2. Williamson reaches out, and Chris Williamson scores a desperately needed Campbelltown City try against the run of play. That was a superb run, angle run, back against the rail on the inside. Working the blind side on the last tackle instead of going the crossfield kick into the southerly buster, and he found Chris Williamson running a superb inside angle back towards the centre of the ground, and there was no match of the Mittagong defence there for Chris Williamson. Large try, reached out and scored, and that's desperately what was needed for Campbelltown City. And who knows? We've seen it happen here before with Mittagong being run down after getting out to a big lead. It's happened once this season. Could it happen again? Mittagong 16, Campbelltown City 4. The Simply WordPress design. Desperately needed try on replay for Chris Williamson. Replays for Epsom Sports there. Superbly run angle, and Michael Stevens will allow him to dictate terms and do so at more peril because he can get the runners going on the inside. Here's the conversion then. 15 minutes on this side. You need to get inside pressure to help you. Yeah, good. Mittagong goal line is successful. So they've got some hope now that the conversion successful for Campbelltown City by their fullback Joey Rodeo. He has 1-1. And so Simply WordPress web design scoreboard is now Mittagong 16, Campbelltown City 6. got 10 minutes to go before half time in case statewide solo takers. So this is a deep restart with the sub units back by Jared Boyle. Well taken there by in the last line for Salu. Wasn't served by perhaps trying to get up. In fact, it was Alex Senator to the restart. The plate-sized halfback was put to the ground immediately in the tackle on his own 20 yards. Went forward by Frankie Salu. And he's got 4 defenders led by Jimmy Green to meet him. Still on Campbelltown City's 3. Now comes to Josh Hogan, who's single-handedly just trying to work the Kangaroos back into this contest. And they go out wide to Chris Williamson, the try scorer. And Williamson makes good ground. He stands. He's through the first. He's through the second. Chris Williamson and the third. He's tackled on halfway. Great run from the back rower. Now Campbelltown City football to show something here. As Dylan Evans gets out of dummy half. He's gone down to tackle to stop the clock immediately. That does not look good. Immediately the Campbelltown City players called to the referee for some help. And that tackle coming in on Nelson's nothing. It was a knock. Nothing wrong with the tackle. It was fairly innocuous. That's just a bit of wind. In fact, it was Harry Brett, the hooker, that went down to the tackle. Not 100%, and it's not his feet. Referee goes time by time. It goes back to Michael Stevens. It's the last tackle. He puts in the clearing. It's been cracked up by Kieran. And the Campbelltown City bench like that. That one into the breeze. That one into the southerly. Eventually, Kieran Doss with no chance of taking that. He backed away from it. Wanted nothing to do with it. Wanted the ball to bounce. He reached out of the edge and knocked it on. So here's the scrum loose and clean now. For Campbelltown City, second in the match. Perfect attacking opportunity for them. 10 metres out from the Mittagong goal line. Dagger with a hard stuff to the home side if they let in another try before half time here. Given that they dominated the first 25 minutes with this southerly at their back. Scrum is led by Campbelltown City. Stevens returned to Kiriakou for the scrum quickly. Kiriakou's playing it 10 metres out. Gone back to Campbell for that Mittagong goal line. Back to the open side, Stevens. He in turn finds Hogan is close to the goal line. 3 metres out for the Mittagong goal line. He's going to be asked to play it. The dummy half, it's Brett. He links up with Frankie Salu as a go. Frankie Salu's close. He's not put down, Frankie Salu. He's next to the left-hand upright. Can he get the football down? Here's Frankie Hands. Referee says no, held up. Well, I tell you what, to my angle, Harry Hooker got, Hayden Hooker got caught on the blind side there. Just quietly, Frank Salu reached out and cleared. Appeared to grab the football off the line. Very close to the goal line, but Hayden Hooker was behind players and had to take a guess and he was held up. So the next play from 10 metres out, it's Seve back to Ruahona. Hoda links up with Michael Stevens. Stevens takes a strike at the line, but he's put down by Bayless. 10 metres out from that. Mittagong goal line on tackle 4. Blindside they operate now. It's a hit up here from Nick Salia. And Nick Salia is going to be playing it now. 2 out from that Mittagong goal line. Back to the left-hand blindside Stevens. From a standing start back to Harry Brett. Harry Brett flicks the pass out the back for no one in particular. Picked up by Josh Hogan in the last line. With attack is tackled 8 out. Back to the open side they come now. Seve. He links up with Kiriakou. Kiriakou has a go at the goal line. Jared Boyle has to make the tackle. 3 metres out from that Mittagong goal line. All hands on deck for the Lions here. Seve. To the open side they come now. Towards Stevens. Back to Seve on the runaround. He links up with Williamson. Williamson steps off the left back into traffic. Williamson is put to the ground. 5 metres out from the Mittagong goal line. Player down in back play, riding in agony though. To Mittagong, it's Guy Fraser. He's clutching his arm or a shoulder. He came out of a tackle, wincing in pain, and he's in all sorts of trouble. Referee Hayden Hooker stops the clock, and there are no shortage of trainers that get out there to try and attack to Guy Fraser, who looks to be in some sort of trouble. 6.5 minutes to go before half time of the case statewide solar timepiece, and it's 16 points to 6. Mittagong leading the Campbelltown City Kangaroos 16 points to 6 on the Sydney WordPress web design timepiece. So while Guy Fraser is down, he's flat on his back at the moment. He looks to be in a fair bit of pain here. So in the meantime, let's tell you a little bit more about one of our great game day sponsors of Mittagong home games here on Macarthur Sports Radio Extra, and that's Bank of Queensland Bowra, who pride themselves on building
real relationships and understanding their customers' needs at a local level. Whether it's business banking, everyday accounts, or low-rate home loans, owner-managers Laura Norrie and Stuart Grundy and the Bank of Queensland Barrel team are here to help you with all your banking solutions. At Bank of Queensland Barrel, personal service and great banking experiences go hand in hand. Pop in and experience the Bank of Queensland difference at Barrel today, or when they reopen on Tuesday after the public holiday. Bank of Queensland Barrel, great sponsors of Mittagong home games here on the Macarthur Sports Radio Extra. Now, Guy Fraser's been walked off the field with the left arm in a sling. Play continues to Joey Romeo down the left-hand blindside corridor. We get to the last tackle, and Romeo is tackled 2 metres out from that Mittagong goal line in the southeastern corner of the Mittagong #1 sports ground. That's going to be a handover according to referee Hayden Hooker. Mittagong somehow survived. Campbelltown City didn't think it was the last tackle. They got their counting possibly messed up. And in the meantime, Guy Fraser, he's not 100%, he's made his way over towards the Mittagong bench at the left arm. In fact, I called it was the right arm on the right hand. In fact, it was the left arm, the left hand, the left collarbone in real pain, and the football player has been put up into the sling. So I don't think we'll see Guy Fraser back for the rest of this contest this afternoon. It's going to go 8 heavy weather. He's racking it out from inside their 20 for the first time in this match as we draw towards the last 5 minutes of the first half. It's worked across through Jared Boyle, across towards Ben Arrett, loitering down the left-hand corridor, skirting out wide. He makes it to his own 20. They've gone too far in this set. It's back to Boyle and says, let's get out of here. Uses the southerly to full advantage with a superb clearing kick. It forces into corner Joe King to go back to his own goal line, although he's got lots of time to wind up and beat the Mittagong chase. He makes 30 metres back before he's put to the ground on that 30-metre line of tackle. Worked across to Joey Romeo now. Joey Romeo takes the head up to Campbelltown City. He's going to be playing it 15 metres short of halfway. They're just hanging in the contest at the moment. They know they've got the breeze in the second half. It's worked across towards Tavita, and Tavita's going to be playing it now. 5 metres short of halfway in Jared Boyle's tackle. Josh Hogan, the workaholic, gets through one, gets through a second in the black head gear for Campbelltown City. Tackle halfway, smack bang in the middle of Mittagong Sports Ground. It's working across now to Tuiaku. Up to the second tackle, going down to the Mittagong goal line. Last tackle for Campbelltown City, they're down 16-6. Back to Febe. The crossfield midfield bomb. He's going to take it by Tim Townsend in the last line. They're showing the sideline been chasing Campbelltown City defence. Townsend has the presence of mind to step back in field and take the tackle. High head from that extra touch. Still hear that breeze blowing strongly in the defence line. That's what's going to be the second half. Half of it, home and dry again. They win by 16 points to 6. Get the lead, they might get another try before half time. As the Aaron takes it, get up through the centre. Stops 3 1 and 2. He's tackled 45 out from that East Campbelltown City goal line. He crashed straight to the slowly making his way back to the defence line. Tap Frank Pisano. It's back there in a strong attack. When he takes his place to the defence line for the next tax. Referee Hayden restarts the play. Left across to Boyle. At the back to Bryce Goodwin. Goodwin through one. Through a second, Bryce Goodwin. And a third. Quick pass out the back. Picked up by Townsend. Long switch of play. Back down the blind side towards Adam Jeffrey. Jeffrey stands for the tackle. He's tackled 28 out from that Campbelltown City goal line. On tackle 4, back to the left-hand open side. The switch again to Boyle. Boyle with Graham with a lovely short pass. Graham's almost through. Referee ruled the pass was forward. He got the tip from the touch judge on this western side, who was in good line and great position for the pass anyway. That the pass was forward. It appeared to be flat from our position, but out of a very poor angle at ground level, sitting virtually on a card table on halfway. So I'll grant the touch judge the call. He was in perfect line to judge that pass that was put forward. It was cleared up with something for Mittagong again, but eventually the scrubs are packed down with Campbelltown City loose and feed, and they will feed the scrub now. 28 out from their own goal line, centre of the park. It's fed there by about 7-8. It's won by Campbelltown City. It's worked through Stevens. Back across towards Nunez's tackle. Midway between quarter and a half. this own end. To meeting the replacement hooker. Links up there up the centre line to put security. Security backslam with that. 8 short of halfway. Centre of the park on tackle 2. To Vite at dummy half. To Frankie Salu up the centre. Salu recovers from that head knock and tackle he suffered in the last set crosses halfway. Goes around the tackle of bonus, but he's now feeling the right leg. He's got down at the tackle. It's the strapped up right knee of Frankie Salu that he's feeling. He's face first into the turf here at the Mittagong #1 sports ground. Referee Hayden Hooker stops the clock again with 1 minute 59 to go in the first half. And the case statewide silent timepiece where it's still Mittagong 16. Campbelltown City 6 on the Sydney WordPress web design scoreboard. Now, of course, we do thank our phalanx of local game day sponsors once again on Macarthur Sports Radio Extra. A Christian finance of Bon Road Barrel. Give their general number a call, 1300 277 424 for your financing on your next invoice. BOQ Barrel. Priding themselves on building real local relationships and understanding customer needs, and back in Queensland Barrel, we thank Laura Murray and Stuart Running for their support. Government's Pulpit might attend 4 locations across the Southern Highlands, while others say lowest prices are just the beginning. The best brands with great prices with great local service. It's the beginning, the end, and the middle of the experience. As Government's Pulpit might attend 2 locations in this one, 10 Cavendish Street for players, and Barrel Road and Princess Street for the public, as well as other locations at Barrel and Crossvale. And JML Mobile Welding, we thank them for fabrication, site welding, any sort of rolling, any sort of steel construction. Speak to JML Mobile Welding. Their phone number 0410 349 136. 0410 349 136, or check out their website, jmlmobilewelding.com.au. jmlmobilewelding.com.au. And we thank them as a great match day sponsor of Mittagong home games here on Macarthur Sports Radio Extra. Now, Frankie Salu's been let off the field here. He's not in the great shape at all against that left leg, that left knee. That is heavily strapped up as, well, it's about as heavily strapped up as pure steel was back in the good old days. Or in fact, maybe as strapped up as steel jaw was. He came to these parts, trained by Norm Lang. He was known as the Mittagong Mauler. Steel jaw, he won 15 races in a row and won a New Zealand Cup back in the heyday in the early 1980s for local trainer, the late Norm Lang, known as the Mittagong Mauler Steel Jaw. And Frankie Salu is strapped up like Steel Jaw was towards the end of his career as he left the field. We may not be back for the rest of the day. As the play resumes, time is right back home. Got over to take the field. He's tackling 40 out. Last tackle for Campbelltown City. Down 16-6 to Stevens. He goes high to the air, into the breeze, into the gale. Well taken this time by Kieran Moss, who attacked the football and caught it on his own 30. Makes it out towards his own 40. He's tackling centre of the park. 90 seconds to go before half-time. Mittagong scores another try before the interval to give themselves that extra push and that buffer that they're going to need running into this breeze in the second half. It's Carter ahead towards Sam Ellis' first touch off the interchange pitch. He's taken halfway line. Smack back in the centre of the Mittagong sports ground. Back to Boyle. Shows the guys out the back. Kieran Moss injecting himself in the back line. Moss builds 1 and 2 in third. He's back to the ground at the top. 38 out from the Campbelltown goal line. Back he goes towards Townsend. Running it to Jeffrey down the right-hand corridor. Jeffrey through 1, through 2. Look to pop the pass on the side. Dog post justice quickly. The tackle by Nunez. 30 out from the Campbelltown goal line. Last tackle. Here's Boyle. The crossfield kick. He's looking for Isaac Collins with the ball. He did really keep the ball to the centre of the play line. And it's been picked up and intercepted. This time by Sebo. Sebo picks up in Willem Hunter. Willem Hunter down the right-hand corridor. Play going end-to-end here. Campbelltown City with 6 more tackles and 27 seconds left in the first half. Picked up towards Michael Stevens, and Stevens is missing the ground and 42 metres out from that Mittagong goal line. On tackle, well on the reset. Now it's across to Romeo. He puts the kick over the top. It's been towed ahead. Williamson's there first. And Williamson has been They get to the play, and the Scoreline goes for half-time in the background, and that is the ultimate 12-point turnaround. On replay for MT Sportswear, it'll take me all the half-time break to unpack what happened just there. Well, at one end of the field, it was Jared Boyle putting the crossfield kick across for Isaac Collins, who couldn't quite get to the football, leapt from the field of play, batted the ball back in field, only to be picked up by Alex Seve, the Campbelltown City halfback, who dashed 40 metres down the field on counter-attacking interception, and then 4 tackles later on the restarted tackle count, with the last tackle of the first half, Joey Rodeo put the kick over the top. It was allowed to bounce in the last slide by Alex Solokai, and Chris Williamson, jolly on the spot, towed it ahead, picked up the bouncing ball, and carried the tackle and clear and box over the goal line to score his second try, and a brilliant second try for Campbelltown City on the strike of half time. Heartbreak for Mittagong, and they're going to have the work to do in the second half. It's now Mittagong 16, Campbelltown City 10 on the Sydney WordPress web design scoreboard with the kick to come. What a sensational counter-attacking movement as the conversion from Joey Rodeo, who set up that try for Williamson. One last look at the Moses to convert. 20 metres in from the eastern touch, 20 out, and he makes no mistake. He's got 2 goals from 2 attempts, and it's happened again to Mittagong. They've got out to a big early lead, and they've seen that lead evaporate before their very eyes. They've got to send a reserve out there. They've got to send Tim Crawford out there. He made his way out there eventually. He blows time on, and we're underway to start the second half. This could be Mittagong's season here, because if they don't win this match this afternoon, given results elsewhere, the tow rope could very well be at straining point between themselves and the contenders for the final 5 if they don't win this afternoon. Of course, Campbelltown City, with the 2 games in hand, could still be sitting in the 5 in their own right tonight, depending on what happens in the match at the Relon. East Campbelltown lead 14 points to 12. Mittagong are wearing their traditional green and yellow these, the old Australian kangaroos colours, and right at your defending the goal course here. How do they go running the high field bomb from Jared Boyle is taken out right there by wing 3-quarter in Daniel Lottu, and he makes good ground back on the kick return. He makes it up towards halfway. He was putting the ground on tackle 1. Now the workaholic Josh Hogan, who's been one of their best so far today, backs to the ground and then put the ground by Bayless. 45 out and the goal line. Not happy with the call there, Josh. Hogan, referee, Hogan took her butt. You watch this guy, a little bit of a hand there, a little bit of a that's all that Mittagong need. They've got the stuff with some feet now. 5 metres their own defensive side of halfway, stuck back in the centre of the park. Leading for Sydney WordPress web design by 16 points to 12. And again, we thank our special group of Game Day sponsors of Mittagong home games here at Mittagong #1 Sports Ground. Double Sports Finance, Princely Finance, Bowell, Jane Mobile Welding Services, and we thank all of those guys. Without your support, we wouldn't be able to go to air. As Mittagong are playing at 40 out from the scrum with the Campbelltown City goal line. It's worked across towards Kim Townsend down the right-hand channel. Kim Townsend makes a good 9 or 10 minute burst. He's tackled 30 out from that Campbelltown City goal line. Back to the other side, long pass towards Maloney, who turns himself out wide towards Bryce Goodwin. Goodwin looking dangerous every time he touches the football. Stands in the tackle. Offloads his shot to Kieran Moss. He's very close to his right shoulder and left shoulder all the time. Ready for the offload. Goes down to the tackle. 28 out to the Campbelltown City goal line. Back to Boyle. Open side up the centre. Towards the top Bayless. Bayless charges ahead. Tackled 27 metres out from that Campbelltown City goal line. Last tackle for Mittagong, who leads 16-12. Boyle, left-hand blindside. Stag kick in. Played out by Seve. Went backwards. Picks up the dregs the Campbelltown City halfback, and eventually goes to ground with the tackle. He's on 10 metre line. 5 metres in from that eastern touch line. 16 points to 12 then. And speaking of
one of our sponsors again, a Principal Finance of Barrel, the Bonbon Road Barrel, finance 95% of approved invoices up front, so that your business can keep the wheels turning and keep the doors open in these challenging times, post-COVID and possibly pre-inflation. Give the national phone number, 1300 277 424, if you need your invoice paid yesterday. That's the Principal Finance Barrel, 1300 277 424. Great match day sponsors with Mittagong home games here on Macarthur Sports Radio Extra. Clearing kick put away by Michael Stevens. It's taken forward by Kieran Moss on tackle 2 on the comeback set. He's going to be playing it now 5 metres short of halfway. Blind side they operate now, and it's Alex Sokai for the Lions. Crosses halfway. Tackle 45 metres out now. On the Campbelltown City goal line, Tim Crawford took forever to get up and release him as they work blind side to Adam Jeffries out. And Adam Jeffries is put again by the replacement looking to Vite, 40 yards to the Campbelltown City goal line. Comes to Maloney, to Boyle, to beat up there with Ben Aaron, skirting down that left-hand corridor. He likes to skirt Noel Queen's style, down that left-hand channel, trying to inject himself. He's tackled 35 out from the Campbelltown goal line. Last tackle, Boyle. Stab kicking this one behind. It's been played out, I fancy, by Kiriakou. It's gone into touch on the eastern side of the field. Referee Hayden Hooker, what's he going to rule here? He's going to rule a handover. He's going to rule that Kiriakou did not play it. I beg to differ there. He did come out charging the football, Kiriakou, and he did come off him. I thought he played at the football, but that's one that Campbelltown take, and they will make the most of it for Billy Sakiri. Billy Sakiri makes it superb. 18-20 into burst. He's tackled 8 metres short of halfway. Is there something for the Kangaroos now? He's looked across towards Alex Seno. Seno wins that now. Sakiri again, he's tackled 5 short of halfway. Tim Crawford gets out of dummy half. Rides the attempted strip of Townsend. Hit to the ground 40 yard from that Mittagong goal line. Back to the centre of the ground. It's the centre this time from Samoa. And Samoa's going to be tackled 30 yard from that Mittagong goal line. Right hand open side, they come down towards Kiriakou. Kiriakou stands at the tackle. He can't offload. Jared Boyle puts him to the ground. 18 out for the Mittagong goal line. Golf course end. Last tackle for Campbelltown City. Down by 4. They run it on the last to Stevens. Stevens takes the line on. Stevens gets the pass out away to Crawford. Tim Crawford beats 1 and 2. Can he get the pass away? He's right on the goal line. No. They stand him up. They tackle him ball and all. Maloney's there to complete the tackle. It's a handover. And Mittagong somehow survived. But that's the warning shot across the bow. Make no mistake about that. Running the football on the last with the breeze at their backs in the second half. Has dropped a touch, but only a touch. And that's going to be the problem that Mittagong face in this second stanza. Adam Jeffrey parks ahead on the comeback. Takes it towards his own 20-metre line. On that back. The open side, they do it. Brendan Bayless up the centre. Parks it ahead. Head down, backside up the only way he knows how. Tackled on his own 30. Now it's Nibbs, the opening try scorer. Back to Boyle. He's looking for the 40-20. Not a bad kick. He's great. He's bouncing end over end on his point. Joe Rojo takes it. And out to his own goal line. Throws the long pass past the kicker. Kicker to play the referee. Let's have a look here on his own 30-metre line. Now Joe Rojo gets out of second half. And Rojo makes another 10. And he gets the play the football. No. There's the first coverage of him, not played to the correct blade of grass. Hayden Hooker says no, not that blade of grass. This one. That's the mark. Play it there, please. Eventually, play goes on, and Campbelltown City successful. Here he makes a leg and a half. The breeze is back. But that's well read in the last slide by Isaac Collins. Collins, who scored a try in the first half, picks up with Bryce Goodwin, moving straight to the attack, comes towards the centre of the park, stands at the table and is slammed to the ground by Kiriakou. Halfway line, straight back in the centre of the Mittagong Sports Ground. It's Nibbs and dummy half. The captain coach Green down the blind side. Green's going to be asked to play it now. 42 metres out from the Campbelltown City goal line. Back to the open side, they come through Boyle. Boyle links up with the Townsend. Adam Jeffrey gets a pass out the front, played on offensive. He's there going to be 6 more tackles? As Jennings is claiming on halfway. Referee Hooker says yes. Restarted tackle count now, and Bales charges ahead. Tackle one on the new set. Tackle 40 out to the Campbelltown City goal line. Centre of the park, Township end of the ground. Next dummy half. Shows and goes, almost through the hooker. He's got the open try in the afternoon. He's taken 30 yards to the Campbelltown City goal line. He's on dummy half at Sorokai. Back to the open side towards Bayless again, charging ahead. Bayless second hit up in the centre 6 out of 3 tackles. Tackle 30 yards to the Campbelltown City goal line. To the left-hand line, Townsend now. Josie goes to Boyle. Boyle links up with Moss. Moss throws the dummy. Moss not held. Gets up, goes again, makes another 8. Tackled 9 out from that Campbelltown City goal line. Greenhoff's in the dummy half. Right hand open side, Boyle. Pass out the back to Townsend. Long cut-out pass to Tim Townsend. Tim Townsend links up with Sorokai. And Sorokai says he crosses the line to score, but the touch judge again rules the last pass forward. Well, that's the second possible try disallowed for a forward pass on a touch judge's call. We had one in the first half of Clawson on the Tim Townsend got on the outside of his man. The pass there to get a very poor angle at ground level on halfway line, and the touch judge was in perfect live ball position to see that pass, and he made the call for referee Hayden Hooker. So the scrubble pack. This time in the Campbelltown City Lucent team, they win the scrub, they work it away to Kiriakou standing wide. Kiriakou goes to ground in the tackle, and coming in over the top was Kai Works, his first injection off the interchange bench. He makes a second tackle in a row. This time Billy's on the top. Hogan's going to be playing it 30 metres out from his own goal line. Mittagong 16, Campbelltown City 12. We played 10 minutes in the second half. No change to the half-time score. The Sydney Workforce went design on the Case statewide solar clock. It's worked back towards now Survey says, let's get out of here. On tackle 4, tries the clearing kick, looking for the 40-20. He doesn't quite get it though. It's allowed to bounce by Isaac Collins over the eastern touchline. Finds touch 27 metres out from that Mittagong goal line, and that's where the handover will take place. Such as this game has been played at such a fast pace, a lot of these players taking their time to get onside, particularly Mittagong defenders who have to turn around and run back into this game. Now it's Kai Works, his first hit up, first touch of the football for the afternoon, off the interchange bench from the restart. Second's tackled on his own 30. To Bryce Goodwin to the blind side. The offloads in traffic. Back to Peter Nibbs, the hooker from the standing start. Peter Nibbs plays it 5 short of halfway. Back to Boyle, to Jimmy Green up the centre, through the hands to Bayless, out wide to Adam Jeffrey. Adam Jeffrey throws the dummy, he had Boyle on the shoulder, still going Adam Jeffrey. Great run, didn't throw the pass, up to take the tackle, over the top of Honan. 27 out to the Campbelltown City goal line. Blindside to Tom Maloney, standing in the back, picked up there in the last line brilliantly by Joel Keegan. And Keegan comes away from Campbelltown City, and it's tackled on his own 30-metre line. The pace hasn't slackened in the second half. I can tell you this at least for the first 12 minutes of the pace game time. If anything, the answer's been absolutely possible as both sides look for the opening. It's worked across now towards Kiriakou again. He's picked up and dumped on the small of his back. Making the tackle go
reflects on his head.
Halfway, gets up slowly to play it. It's a Vitae at dummy half. Worked across up the centre now towards Billy Sakuru. Billy Sakuru links up with Johnny Giovanni. Then he turns to Nick Sawyer. Sawyer's taken 45 out. Mittagong goal line, blindside snap. Picked up by Chris Williamson. 6 more tackles. Was played up by Mittagong. Williamson beats 1 and 2. He links up out wide with Kiriakou. Kiriakou out wide towards Will. Honer for the corner. That's a brilliant Campbelltown City. Superb counter-attack. Early in the tackle. On replay, sportswear. Referee Hayden Hooker points to the spot. Joey Romeo started that movement way back on halfway with a stab kick in behind. It was played at, according to referee Hayden Hooker. He restarted the tackle count and beat Chris Williamson. What a whale of a game he's had. 2 tries and the setup of their third by making a 35-metre diagonal run. He in turn linked up with Kiriakou. Kiriakou found Brewer Honer, and Honer made his way to the right-hand corner to the
opposite side of the field from where the kick was placed to knock down Campbelltown City's third try. 5 metres in from the right-hand quarter post. What an effort from Campbelltown City, coming from 16 points to 0 down. We're all locked up here at the Mittagong number 2 sports ground. It's Mittagong and Campbelltown City at 16 all for Simply WordPress Web Design with the kick to come. It's happened again to Mittagong. They led by a similar margin against the competition leaders Camden here 3 weeks ago and got run down late, and it's happened to them again here. They've given up a 16-point lead and now could see the lead evaporate. As Joey Romeo attempts the conversion from wide out on the eastern side. 2 minutes an eastern touch. 27 out from the Mittagong goal line. Whitebeard strikes it on the breeze. It doesn't look too bad, but it's waved away out to the left-hand side. No goal. 2 from 3 to Joey Romeo. We're locked up here at the Mittagong number 2 sports ground on Macarthur Sports Extras match of the day on this Sunday afternoon. The Queen's Birthday long weekend. It's Mittagong and Campbelltown City, 16 all for Simply WordPress Web Design. Timepiece, 15 gone second half on the case of statewide solar clock. Of course, we do thank our phalanx of sponsors, particularly our home sponsors. Mittagong home game days here on the Macarthur Sports Radio. Electricity Finance Barrel, Bank of Queensland Barrel, J&L Welding, and Govern's Poolbrook Mitre 10. Of course, if you need a fence or railings or welding or fabrication or structures done right the first time, call J&L Mobile Welding, your local welding professional and specialist on 0410 349 to get the job done right, first time every time. Or check out their website, jlmobilewelding.com.au. One word, your next welding or fence or steel post job on your property. JML Mobile Welding, proud home game day sponsors, the Mittagong Lions home matches here on the Macarthur Sports Radio Extra. They've got through the set for the restart, Campbelltown City, got the clearing kick away from Michael Stevens, and Mittagong now have the job to do. The second time in 3 weeks they've given up a 16-point lead at home. They've got enough time to right the ship today though. Against Camden there is no time. Camden's barnstorming finish here 3 weeks ago. And is history going to repeat itself? It's back to 40. Tries the 40-20, says let's get out of here. It bounces, allowed to bounce by Joey Romeo. Picked up on his own 20-metre line. Comes back and coaches their left eye foil. Has the big prop, Brendan Barnes who makes the tackle. More towards the championship rounds here. Scores locked up. The Simply WordPress Web Design. With the Macarthur Sports Radio today here at the Mittagong number 1 sports ground. It's worked across from Campbelltown City now. It's time back. Crawford's almost through. It's tackled 8 short of halfway. Centre of the park, taking the tackle, Ben Aaron over the top. To Vite a dummy half. The workaholic shot over the Kangaroos. He's tackled halfway line. Dummy half. Worked across the center. Turn finds Homer. Homer's going to that's 4 tackles gone. Gets up slowly to play it to Vite. Back to Seve. Seve runs across there. Gets up that wide with Homer. Homer's turned by Seve. Walking away. Stands. 2 metres out. Back to the open side now. It's Michael Stevens, the captain coach. Back to Holden again. Second it up in the set of 6. Tackled 30 out. Last tackle. 16 all. Back across to Michael Stevens. Shot pass blindside. Williamson. Williamson pass out the back. Picked up by Tim Crawford. Tim Crawford goes out to Kingham, who knocks the football on. Referee's got a rule of knock on here. Although, what's the rule? He's got a rule of knock on. Referee Hayden Hooker by Mittagong here. Double knock on ruled. So he's going to rule that the pass out the back by Chris Williamson was played at by a Mittagong defender who knocked the football forward before Joel Kingham knocked the football on with no advantage. So the scrum will pack down to the double knock on and a Campbelltown City loose and free in prime attacking position 15 metres out from that Mittagong goal line. So here come the Kangaroos again. Tavite breaks in the scrum down the blind side, almost got there. Still not held, gets up again. He's going to be tackled 7 out from that Mittagong goal line. All hands on deck for the Lions here. Stevens pass to the shocker. That's come off the boot of Tim Crawford, I fancy. Yes, it has, says referee Hayden Hooker, who plays it 10 out from the goal line. Back to the open side. Chimbole to Salaya charging at the goal line. Can he get there? 5 defenders are there. Rugby ball style. Gets him to play it 2 out. Mittagong goal line. Long cut out pass to Stevens. Longer pass to Joey Romeo. Crossfield kick. He's looking for Dylan Nunes. Can he get there? No. The ball beats everyone in the touch. The Southerly Breeze carried that ball over the touchline, and so it's going to be a handover. Maybe too many cooks spoiled the broth for Campbelltown City. Maybe that kick was too judged too early in the tackle count. He saw what was on there though, Joey Romeo. He looked for Dylan Nunes, but the kick was too great, and they're going to get the football back anyway, because the ball's been coughed up by Kieran Moss this time. On tackle 1 for the 20-minute restart set. And so Kieran Moss, getting up carelessly to play the football, has lost it cold. So the scrum will pack down now in a Campbelltown City loosened feed. Let's have a look here. 21 metres out from the Mittagong goal line, and on the scrum line, 20 metres in from the eastern touch. 16 all, 20 gone, 20 to go, second half. Match up for grabs here at Mittagong. The pass goes out wide to Michael Stevens, the captain coach. He runs at the line. Put to the ground, 12 metres out from the Mittagong goal line. Tavite from dummy half. Williamson to the blind side. Williamson stands. Can he get there for a hat-trick? No, he can't. He's tackled 2 metres out from that Mittagong goal line in the tackle. Tavite at dummy half. Long pass at the back to Stevens. He in turn finds it. Secure on the centre. Jumps up 1 and 2. Ball's been coughed up there by Jerry Romeo. Turnover. Picked up by Peter Nibbs. Johnny on the spot last night for Mittagong. And Nibbs comes along, puts the ground back into the post for Sam Ellis. His first touch of the football, and a critical one for Sam Ellis. He's put to the ground on his own 30. Bryce Goodman says, leave it to me, boys. I'm carding ahead. He makes it on the 10 metres on the get-out set. He's tackled on his own 30. Here's Jim Greenwell in the header. Pass was marginal. Hogan coming up the top of the ball. Allowed to go by the match officials. Tackled 5 short of halfway. Out blindside they come. He's trying to play words. Words slips out of 1 and 2. He crosses halfway. Hogan makes the tackle again. 45 yards from that Campbelltown City zone. Now they switch it to the left-hand side. And here goes big Ben Aaron down the blind. Ben Aaron, first time he's got clear today. Beats 1 and 2 down that left-hand corridor. And Ben Aaron stands. He's tackled 27 metres out from that Campbelltown City goal line. But totally slow played the ball. The up inside to Boyle. Boyle the long cut-out pass. Pass is knocked back by Joe. This turn picked up by Boyle on the wraparound. Who in turn finds Townsend. Townsend from a standing start. Townsend's away. Townsend links up with Slowakai. This time the try won't be disallowed. This time the try won't be denied. And Slowakai scores. And he goes around to improve the position as well. 10 or 12 metres towards the right-hand upright. Well, that was frenetic play late in the tackle count. That was frenetic play on replay for them two sportswear. Down the right-hand corridor, Jared Boyle got it on, unbelievable football up, and Tim Townsend made the break. Down the right-hand corridor, beat 2 and 3 with superb straight running, and this time the pass to Sowakai was on the money. He scores in the right-hand corner and went around to improve the position. So Mittagong regained the lead. They haven't lost it, but they've regained it for the first time of the afternoon. Can they steady this time? Mittagong 20, Campbelltown City 16. Kick to come on the Simply WordPress web design scoreboard. 17.5 long minutes left. You get the feeling there's at least 1 or maybe 2 twists left in this contest. Alex Sowakai drive. He's kicked 2 goals in 3 attempts so far. He's on the right side for a left footer. 12 in, western touch, 20 out, Campbelltown City goal. Left boot strikes it, starts it nicely, comes around and goes straight through the high middle. So 3 goals from 4 attempts for Bryce Goodwin.
Simply WordPress web design scoreboard. 16 minutes 55 to go. Case statewide solar timepiece. It's now Mittagong 22. Campbelltown City 16. Now, of course, Government's Pulpit has 4 locations in the Southern Highlands for your hardware needs. Others may say that the lowest price is just beginning. Government's Pulpit by the 10, they give you the best price at great prices at the beginning, at the end, and at the middle. And of course, they provide you a great local customer service that only locals at the Highlands could provide. 4 great locations, 2 in Mittagong, 10 Cavendish Street, the Canadians, and corner of Barrel Road and Princess Street for the public, as well as 2 other locations, Barrel and Moss Vale. They'll be open on your public holiday tomorrow, Monday. Government's Pulpit by the 10. Best brands at great prices and great local service for your hardware needs. Government's Pulpit by the 10. 4 locations across the Southern Highlands. Proud game day sponsors of Mittagong Lions home games on Macarthur Sports Radio Extra. As the repeat set from the restart sees Jared Boyle putting a clearing kick on the last tackle of the midfield ball. Increasing breeze. It's picked up by Joey Romeo for Campbelltown Sydney, who makes it out towards his own 30. 15 and a half to go before full time there. Case statewide solar time. It's Mittagong 22, Campbelltown City 16. Down the head this time by Joel Kingham for the Kangaroos. Have they got something left? After coming from 16 nil down, charging ahead, goes to ground, 8 short of halfway with the tackle of Tom Maloney. That's with the pass up the centre. Towards Security's going to play it on halfway with the tackle of Sam Miller. Smack back in the Mittagong Sports Ground. Now it's worked across to Frank Gonzalo. Well, he's come back off the interchange bench now. That's what it's called. Billy Security, seconds it up. That's by 7-6. It's back towards Michael Stevens. Goes to the air with a high bomb that's come off the side of the boot. Went straight up and straight down. And Bryce Goodman took it comfortably enough on his own 30-metre line. Crowd starting to get across the high levels here outside the Mittagong Sports Ground, and the light's starting to fade. Later this Sunday afternoon, is it going to fade on Mittagong? They've turned the floodlights on here. There's his own speed. Almost on the gets out and does half. Beats 1 and 2. Closer with the 10 behind the attacking line. Has to take the tackle by Bowden. 35 metres out from his own goal line. It's worked across up the centre now to Carly. Kick pressure! Kick pressure! It's been a nothing set for Mittagong here. The last tackle, Jared Boyle gets that little kick away. Straight down the front of Dylan Nunes. And Nunes takes it on his own 30. Comes away towards his 40. He's been put to the ground. Now, referee says he'll hold the head. The second cousins will be the play of the afternoon. The play continues. Towards Joey Romeo up the centre of the Campbelltown City. Throws the dummy. And a second. And a third. Eventually kicks the ground. Halfway. Lights on the operate now. And Tim Crawford takes the car park to take that hit up now. Charging straight up the middle. Now it's to Demetrius double half. Working across towards Harry Brett, using himself as a battering ram second rower. Tackle 38 out from that Campbelltown City goal line. Back to the open side they come now. And this time it's John Trimboli back on the field for the closing stages. He's tackled 30 out from that Mittagong goal line. Last tackle for Campbelltown City, down by 6. The thinking kick from Michael Stevens as it charged down. I thought it was a falcon that came off Mittagong player's head. No, says referee Hayden Hooker. It's come off the arms and a forearm of the Mittagong chasing as a charge down, and then Hayden Hooker's woman has been knocked on after the charge down by Trimboli trying to pick the football up. So it's a Mittagong loosened feet out of all of that. 30 metres out from their own goal line, in front of their own posts. 12 and a half minutes to go here at the Mittagong #1 Sports Ground. It's Mittagong 22, Campbelltown City 16. On the case statewide solar timepiece, and on the Sydney WordPress web design scoreboard. Scrubbers won by Mittagong. It took an eternity in the pack. It's eventually gone out wide towards Bryce Goodwin.
towards the ground, 10 short of halfway, his own defensive side. Here's Ben Aaron at the centre. He's had a strong game, particularly in the second half, with his good straight running. He's tackled 5 short of halfway. Now it's Sam Ellis to Boyle, blindside Jimmy Green. Green beats 1 or 2, the captain coach. He's tackled 5 metres in Campbelltown's territory, 15 in Eastern Tuck. Outside he comes to Boyle, back to Ben Aaron. Now it's almost there. Short pass, gets to the top of Maloney on the shoulder. I thought he lost the football forward. Wesley Hayes on the second line. Rakes up on Premiership by Aaron. So it's 6-4 tackles now. And it's Boyle picking up with the Bayless on the center. And it's got over. Bayless stands at the tackle. He can't offload on tackle 1 on the new set. Tackle 30 yards to the Campbelltown City goal line. Now it's Jai Fraser blindside. Miracle come back for him. His arm looked to be shot and gone 15 minutes ago. Maybe he's been beaten up. Back it comes to Townsend. Links up with Brendan Bayless up the centre. Bayless running towards the post. There's the field goal option here, possibly on. To try and ice this game to bed. They're spread out to the left-hand side though, Mittagong. They lead by 6. Back it comes to Tom Maloney. Now they're running a short pass for Jeffrey. Jeffrey stands. He's tackled. 10 out now for the Campbelltown City goal line. 4 tackles gone in the set. Left down blindside. Boyle runs at them. Links up with Goodwin. Bryce Goodwin has a go. Links up in the back with Kieran Moss. Kieran Moss links up with Isaac Collins, who crosses the score in the corner. Touchdown puts his flag up just before Collins grasses the football. Obviously the report something referee Hayden Hooker. No, he doesn't. Well, I thought the touchdown put his hand up as Isaac Collins crossed the score in the corner for some infringement, but he dropped the flag back down again just as quickly. Referee says play on, and Isaac Collins scores his second try in the corner. Well, that could be the match decider. That could be the match decider now. 26 points to 16 in favour of Mittagong over Campbelltown City. 10 minutes to go on the Case Statewide Solar timepiece. The Mittagong supporters beat their horns in appreciation to the background. Well, that was very much a stop-start play. I dead set score, or will swear with the touchdown, put his flag up just as Isaac Collins caught the last pass from Bryson Goodwin in that left-hand corner, dropped the flag just as quickly. Maybe he put it up in error, maybe he dropped it just as much in error, but eventually Collins played on. Referee Hayden Hooker decided to play on and go with the gut instinct as Collins scored in the corner. Obviously he had a view that there was no problem in Collins to cross the eastern touchline. And he scored his second try on replay to
Go left!
The breeze has got that and they're putting all the way.
You got to get in between the upright! Bryson, you got short!
Bryson now has 3 goals and 5 attempts. 8 minutes 50 to go on the Case Statewide Solar timepiece. And it's now Mittagong 26. Campbelltown City 16 on the Sydney WordPress web design scoreboard. Short kicker, well taken in the last line. Courageously by Sam Ellis. Put his body on the line, he could hear Taviti coming. Taviti didn't miss his attack, but eventually he gets up to play on his own 30-metre line. Down to the last 8 minutes, and here's Ben Aaron taking the hit up. He's had a superb second half with his strong running. He's up towards his own 40 this time in the tackle with Chris Williamson over the top. He's had a great game himself with his 2 tries, his 2 first half tries. Now it's worked across towards Clay Wirtz, then gone up the middle. Clay Wirtz is tackled, 5 short of halfway. Now it's worked across towards Braden Baden. Baden to the standing start, crosses halfway. Tackle with the tackle of Harry Brett, 45 out to the Campbelltown City goal line. Boyle puts the stab kick in behind. It's allowed to bounce there by Joey Rodeo. Joey Rodeo takes it on his own 10, comes away, and eventually they meet him. Sam Ellis is there to make him on the ground and drive him back. 7, 8, 9.
Hold him back!
Eventually he's put to the ground on his own 20-metre line. 7.5 to go. Time now running out for Campbelltown City. They've got to be the next team to score, otherwise it's curtains for them here this afternoon. As it's charged ahead this time by Nick Sawyer. Nick Sawyer's taken 10 short of halfway. replacement hooker gets out of dummy half. 8-7 and 8. He's tackled close to half. Now Stevens, he links up there with Sene. Sene puts the football down. That's on the scramble cut down. With a bit of godless for the night line. Halfway line, smack bang in the centre of Mittagong Sports Ground. 7 minutes to go before full time on the K-State line silent timepiece. It's Mittagong 26, Campbelltown City 16 on the Simply WordPress web design scoreboard. Now, of course, we do thank our thanks of local sponsors coming before for Mittagong home game days here on Macarthur Sports Radio. Of course, one of our sponsors we do thank is Bank of Queensland branch at Bowra. Now, of course, if you want to talk to local banking with real relationships based on your needs, where you've got a number, go to Bank of Queensland Bowra. The Bank of Queensland Bowra will team to help with all your banking solutions. The Bank of Queensland Bowra, customer service and great banking experiences go hand in hand. So pop in and experience the Bank of Queensland difference today. Bank of Queensland Bowra, local service with your banking, proud sponsors of Mittagong home games here on the Macarthur Sports Radio. Now from the scrum with here go the Lions. Can they put this game to bed right now? Jai Fraser down a right-hand corridor. Is back to put in the ground. 20 metres out from the Campbelltown City goal line. Back to the open side. Maloney's juggling for pass, but he finds Boyle. Boyle out to Moss. He doesn't juggle that pass. He drops.
Got to catch it.
The scrum will pack down with a Campbelltown City loosened feed. With 5.5 minutes to go before full time. Time is now their enemy here. They've probably only got 2, maybe 3 more sets of 6 left in this match in Campbelltown City, and they've got to score off 2 of them if they're going to pull this one out of the fire. Down by 10 at 26 points to 16. Referee Hayden Hooker stops the clock. His players are making their way slowly off and on the field to take part in their place in the scrum or in the defensive or attacking lines. Eventually the scrum is worked by Michael Stevens, and it's won by Campbelltown City. It goes out wide towards Joe Radio, injecting himself into the back line. But he's been corralled by Soakai. And Soakai drags it in the back line. 20 metres out to the Campbelltown City goal line. Now it's back to the open both cards. And this time it's Joel Kiggett. It's been a little working in the game, racking it out of trouble. He's tackled on his own 30. Now they spin it to Premiership on the right-hand corridor. The pass might have been marginal, but it's worked away by Nunez down the right-hand corridor. Nunez is tackled. 8 minutes short of halfway. Mittagong's defensive side. 4 minutes to go. East Campbelltown City down by 10. It's working across that wide to West Crawford, but he's well back in the defence. That Mittagong may not win today as it's worked across 87 out there. The Kangaroos back towards Solan's put in the ground. 37 metres out. Got that Mittagong goal line centre apart. 3:45 to go. It's went across into the hands. Chipped it over the top end from Alex Seve is well read. Like a book by Jared Boyle is opposite number. Goes to ground at the tackle on his own 40-metre line. 10 metres in from that eastern touch. 3.5 to go. No, the ball's been lost again. I thought it was referee Hayden Hooker. It was a Mittagong ball, but it isn't. It's Chris Williamson down this blind side. He gets an offload of traffic back towards Joey Romeo. Picks it up towards Josh Hoden from a standing start. Hoden runs his way across the field. Eventually he's tackled 10 metres out from the Campbelltown City goal line. Blindside the other way. Through Alex Seve towards Hoda. Hoda's very close to the goal line. So he has to play 2 metres out from that Mittagong goal line. Last throw the dice on that. He sends the Campbelltown City here, Stevens. Stevens in turn offloads towards Sakuru. Sakuru's tackled 2 metres out from that Mittagong goal line. Now it's moved across the trip. Bowley from a standing start. Bowley strolls over against the tiring defence off a short pass of Michael to score the easiest of tries. He works around underneath the post to score his first of the afternoon. Is it too little, too late? Referee Hayden Hooker stops the clock with 2 minutes 20. The clock is still running. Referee has blown time off for this conversion, and the clock is still running though. The referee has asked for the clock to be stopped again. At the meantime, Joey Romeo takes the conversion, slots it down the middle, but the clock is still going.
You won't even watch it.
We'll take 10 then. We'll take those 10 seconds. It was 10 seconds.
It's still going. Now it's stopped. 2 minutes, 8 seconds to go. Now,
2:29 blew it at. 2:29 he blew it at.
Lost due to that start. You want to 10 seconds to go. The referee stops the clock again.
Look, 10 seconds.
It's still fucking 15 seconds.
Put the clock off!
Absolutely furious.
It's going to go back to 2:29, Carl.
This will be something about 5-minute rule about clock, about time being stopped. The clock was stopped. Then another 4 or 5 seconds were lost. They put in a protest here just quietly at the end of this. If they don't win this game, they let the ball sink from the restart. And unfortunately, Mittagong has gone the ground and he's got the hamstring. So the clock's going to have to be stopped again. This time, and it is stopped with 1 minute 16 to go. This time for the injury to Mittagong. He gets up just as quickly, but he feels the left hamstring as play goes on in Campbelltown City. Down 26 points to 20. A controversial finish here at the Sydney Web Design scoreboard. That case, statewide silent timepiece, will be talked about as this match. Here they go through Delavidas, they Campbelltown City. Down the right-hand corridor. He in turn finds Alex Senna. He straights the attack. Joey Romeo for the standing start. And Joey Romeo knocks the football on. The pass was not on. Possibly not on from Mittagong. Such was the desperation of Campbelltown City down the right-hand corridor from the Delavidas play. Joey Romeo knocks the football on. The scrabble patch, the Mittagong loses the time piece still running with 22 seconds to go. They will barely be enough time to pack down this scrub, according to referee Hayden Hooker. They all stand around, they're in position to set the scrub, so they may as well pack it. There's 10 seconds to go.
They've got a job to do, but mate, if they're going to watch the game, they've got a job to do. It doesn't matter if you get paid or not. You've got a job. It doesn't matter. That's right, it doesn't matter. We'll fucking put it, fix it. That's a joke, Carl. That's a joke. You know, you saw it. There's 56 seconds. There's 2 minutes 26. The video shows